Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Green Tambourine Tarot. Today, we are going to do something really, really different. We're actually going to be focused on a specific chakra. So, we're going to talk about your chakra if you're not familiar with your chakra. All right. So we're going to be talking about just the different. This is funny that this is your crown chakra here because it's almost like it's a like a circle almost of energy. Right. So we have 7 chakras. So this is actually your crown chakra. This is your root chakra. So it's just showing you that it's in a circle. So this is your solar plexus. Oh no, it's not. Oh man. I already know what it is. All right. Orange for the person who has it with them. I know that that's the solar plexus. This is the heart. This is the throat. This is the third eye. Sacral. Thank you. Gosh. What? It completely left my mind. Sacral chakra. So, all right. So I'm just going to roll. I'm just going to use this. There's a specific different reason for it, but what I'm going to use it for today is just for our spirit guides to let me know which chakra we need to focus on today. And it's just going to be fun. So, okay, so we're going to see. All right, I rolled it too hard there. Maybe we're going to focus on all of them. And it is the sacral chakra. Yes. Okay, so maybe that was why. Maybe that was why that came up. So let's see what's going on here with the sacral chakra. I'm going to put this here. Now, it actually, this is the collective reading. So if you've ever been here before, this is what we do. So now these are just some chakra cards, and then we're going to also look at just some things that can help you on your journey. I'm just trying to I have my cards all over here. Let's look at something that's going to be dealing with and these are crystal cards. So we're going to look at some cards that would help you with your sacral chakra. It's really funny. These are really cool. So this says sky chakra, but you can see the color there. Here we go. So we have a sacral chakra card here. An orange aventurine. This supports healing from sexual trauma, increases creativity and self-expression. It boosts sensuality and helps foster overall enjoyment of life. This is why I know now why this whole thing came about. Because there is something that you can do with crystals. Because I always feel like whoever's on here, there is a healing, not a ritual per se, because when I tell you that, just like when I was a kid, you would hear the word ritual and then you would run because it was like, oh my God, a ritual. That's not, that's so counter religion. But the truth of the matter is taking communion is a ritual. So it's anything that you do that's a practice can be a ritual. What this orange aventurine, and I will show it to you. That is why spirit guides this morning asked me to grab some. It supports healthy relationships with pleasure and assists in setting strong personal boundaries, and it facilitates a sense of determination. Here's the deal with this. For some of us on here, there has been some type of trauma in some way. Not everybody, but there are some things that you can do. And this is so funny because I actually had this printed out already. What it does is you can actually surround your body with amethyst and orange aventurine crystals. And what crystals do, just so you know, is when you have crystals, they actually power your cell phones. So I am using any kind of laptop or anything that you're watching this on actually has a crystal inside of it. So that is how powerful these things are, because what it is they are different forms of water, which is life, goes in, these minerals are collected and then they form in these pockets. And so this mineral is just like energy. It's almost like, you know, how ice is, but it's just minerals inside of something that will activate. It's really the water in it that activates. It's like life activates inside of these crystals. It's able to really help you to not be afraid of it. I just started with crystals, and these were some of the very first ones that I have. These are rose quartz crystals, and these can help clear and destroy. And what I mean by destroy is it can remove negative energy, and it can help increase positive energy. So, yes, it is really great for self love. It's something that you can put around your neck for your heart chakra. Selenite actually helps you to bridge the gap between the spirit world and this world. It's almost like it's an illumination for that. Clear quartz actually helps to, I think, charge your crystals. So you can really take your crystal. It really helps to be able to charge your other crystals. So clear quartz actually helps to charge other crystals. It's often, and I'll put some resources there in the chat box as well. So this is what we were meant to understand and talk about today, is clearing up your clearing up that part of your trauma so that you can move forward. If some of you have had some trauma in your past, it doesn't have to mean that it had to be that way, but for the most part, that's what the conversation is about. And so, wow, impasse. We are all made up of different parts of the earth. The machine, not the machine, but the body our energy encompasses, like the same iron that is in your blood is the same iron that turns the earth red. So if some of you have red clay and it's filled with iron, that is the exact same thing. So the same rust that you see on metal, that is the same iron that we have in our blood. That's why sometimes if you've ever tasted your blood, like if you fell and hurt your lip when you were a little kid and you tasted your blood, it kind of tasted like bitter, like rust or iron. So another thing that you have is perseverance. Let's see, what is it that you want the collective to know about whatever this is? Because for some of you, you guys are empaths. So we're going to see, slow down. To avoid burnout, don't do too much too fast. Going slower lets you appreciate the miracle of the moment and the richness of your life. As you are starting to, and honor your inner child. We were just talking about this. This whole orange aventurine and doing something to help heal that part of yourself, that inner child, or something that happened to some people on this call when you were a child, is to heal that and focus on your inner child's needs. Is your inner child afraid or in need of more playful time or playtime? Cherish this precious being within you. And that is the call for all of us, is to pay more attention to your inner child. So that is really the focus. The crystals coming up and the sacral chakra, that's actually what this is really saying, is that right now it is just time to allow that part of you to heal. It's just a lot coming at me right now, so I just need to take a moment. But what this is asking you to do is to really focus on healing the inner child in yourself so that you can move forward. Wow. Let yourself receive support. It's often easier for empaths to give than to receive. And sometimes people are like, well, they'll give themselves a label and say, well, I'm not an empath. But we all have empathy and we all have empathetic qualities. So I would definitely not shy away from that. So it's often easier for empaths to give than to receive. Allow others to support you and experience the pleasure of their caring energy. For some of you, it's like you cut a part of asking people for help off because when you asked for help or when you got close to an adult as a child, maybe something happened. And so now you are being led to be okay asking for help. For some of you, it wasn't necessarily that way. It's like maybe the person didn't have time for you, is what I'm feeling. And so you were like, well, I don't want to be a burden to somebody by asking for help. But as an adult, we all have to, we can't do this alone. You can't do your big thing alone. And so right now, you're being called to heal that inner child, inner part of yourself. You can, oh, wow, you can handle this. There's a wise saying is that you're never given more than you can handle. Tune into your heart to reconnect with your strength. So you are never given more than you can handle. You actually have this. It's really time now for you to focus on what you've been sent here to do, your life's purpose. It's really time for you to focus on that. Divine light, I am an expression of love and I shine like the sun. My inner light is my strength and my treasure. My intuition guides me to discover the wonder and goodness of who I am. A great mantra for you for this week. That's a great way for you to be able to use that to say, I am an expression of love and I shine like the sun. My inner light is my strength and my treasure. My intuition guides me to discover the wonder and goodness of who I am. That is really interesting. Where do you want trust? So here's something else that just popped up. This was actually on the bottom of this pile here. So again, that's the same colors in dealing with the sacral chakra. I trust life and my strengths. Each moment guides me to the light. Everything on my path is placed there for my growth, including what happened to you or what could have taken place when you were a child if you did not receive support. If you did, then that's a blessing. And maybe that part of the reading is not for you, but honoring your inner child and allowing that inner child to have a playful time now as an adult is always good to know for everyone. So just trust that anything that has happened to you, whether it is whether you have judged it as being good or bad, it not to say that harm happened to you for a reason. That's not what I'm getting at here. It is, sometimes we're the stronger person in our families, or we are the stronger, more resilient or persevering. We're the energy that can persevere through that. And maybe it could not have happened to someone who was weaker, and you're now able to share that if I can overcome whatever happened to me, then you can too. And sometimes it's just really about that. It's about your persevering because someone is definitely probably watching what has happened to you in your life and seeing how you have overcome so much. And the focus now is just to allow yourself to be free from anything that is holding you back from being your best self. It's really a time of shedding right now and letting go of a lot of things that no longer serve you. Doing something, and just even if it is orange aventurine, sometimes when you go into a crystal shop, they'll give you something orange, but you just make sure that you order something that is exactly orange aventurine because it does have a very different energy. Because this is something that I will share with you that I have done for myself. And you can definitely feel an energy when you have the right crystal in your hand. It can really make a difference for you. if it's used to power cell phones, obviously the powers that be know a little bit more about this stuff than we do. Wow. Release other people's emotions. Ask yourself, is this emotion mine? Exhale uncomfortable feelings that are not yours so they don't linger in your body. Inhale light and space. So for some of you, clearing out other people's emotions and energy, and even things that have been, what I'm hearing is that for some of you, there have been some ancestral things that you have come here to clear up. And so you experience some of this stuff so that you can be the champion for your bloodline, because you weren't the first person that it happened to. You might be the only person who knows about it, but you weren't the first person that it happened to. And so this time, though, you are the champion. That is what I'm hearing. You are the champion for it. You are here to break that bond, and that is one thing that you can do. Another thing that you can do too is to start to listen to. They have some beautiful frequencies here on this platform that where you can listen to some sounds that can help you in the morning to balance your chakras. There's chakra balancing frequencies that they play here on YouTube, and you can actually use those in the morning. There's some 20-minute or 30-minute ones that you can play, and it will actually balance out your chakras. If you don't have crystals or if you don't have access to them, you can also balance your chakras out in that way as well. So there are sound frequencies and sound is what is amplified through crystals. It's just an amazing thing learning about how all of this affects everyone. I have two more cards. Oh, wow. Okay, so I have three. Empathy. I just said this. Empathy, even though you may not be an empath, you still have empathy. I am open to seeing both sides of a situation, because sometimes it's difficult when you see something that, like, if someone has hurt you, not to say that you want to see it from their point of view. Who knows what happened to them that would allow them to be in the situation that would allow them to hurt someone else. Not to say that we, harm or hurt or this is heavy for me. A little bit, but it is because it's like you don't think about the other person's side. Even if somebody was mean to you at work, you don't necessarily know what that person is going through. And the outlet, sometimes they're coming to you and they may be mean to you, not because they're being mean, but low key, you're an energetic healer and you may not even know that. So it could just be, wow, it sounds like you're going through a lot today, Shelly. I don't know. I'm just using somebody's name, Shelly. Perhaps you're going through a lot. I'll pray for you. Or I'll say a word of, I'll send whatever it is you you want to say to that person. It can change so much about them. And even if they say, I don't need you to pray for me, low key, they really are grateful that you said that. Because sometimes only hurt people, and forgiveness starts that way. So that is surrender. I can release my need to control. Wow, that's orange on the outside and divine on the inside. So the sacral chakra, and then that's really interesting that is there. So imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. Being childlike, again, is really a focus here, because you don't have to take everything so serious, is what I'm hearing. Everything is not that serious. So you can really have fun now and release a lot of the stuff that was getting on your nerves. Finding sanctuary, opening to your spiritual source. That is where we are now, because some of you have been a little closed off from your source. If something hurts, you're like, well, why did God let that happen to me? That's what I mean by closing off from it. It's not, sometimes it's like, let me see how I can explain this. One of my friends had a surgery and she didn't need the surgery, and it ended up damaging her body and she couldn't have children. For a long time, she was really like, why did God allow this to happen to me? And it's like, it could be because later on she was able to help someone else along on their journey who was going to go in for a surgery and didn't get a second opinion. So that is exactly what I mean by that. Embracing enthusiasm, shout to the heavens with happiness. Allow that happiness to come back into your life and the playfulness back into your life. A breakthrough for you is at hand, and that is why your spirit guides are saying this is why they wanted you to start releasing anything that no longer serves you, because you have a breakthrough coming and it's important for you to be able to see it. And if you're focused on, or if it's cluttered with everything that is like not serving you, if all of this stuff on this table right now, if all of these cards are not serving you, like let's say this was clutter in your life, okay? If all of this is clutter in your life and you decided, you know what, I'm going to get rid of all of this, then you have room for all of your table to be full of blessings and not just full of clutter. Do you see what I'm saying? So that is why it's important right now to, oh wow, your light is shining brightly. You will reach your destination. You will get, ooh wee. I pulled a bunch of cards. I always read all the cards I pull up. Some people are like, ooh, that's too many. I'm like, let's go for it. Expect the wonders to emerge. The wonders will be emerging in your life. This is exciting. So I knew that. I was like, okay, a lot of this was just the setup to say it's okay to have things be released in your life. Fellow traveler, support is all around you. You will have support, collective. You definitely will have support on your journey. You are not by yourself. There are so many, not just your spirit guides around you, but there are earthly people in your soul tribe that are going to be showing up for you. So removing superficial people who are, they're kind of like your friends, and when you go around them they're not necessarily your friends. Those people are going to be removed out of your life. Wise leader, you are a beacon for others, and that is why people have been jealous. You are a beacon for others. And so all of the people that have been kind of hanging around you just because they know you have a blessing over your life, all of that stuff is getting ready to fall away, and you are going to start to really meet the people in your soul tribe. Now go slow and take your time during this process, because it's not like you have to end all of your superficial relationships tomorrow. It is really going to manifest itself once you just start sitting. And what I'm seeing is you're sitting and meditating and really getting centered and being very playful and releasing energetically what no longer serves you, then all of those things will fall away. I see someone sitting in like purple. So it's like purple is your favorite color. You sit in front of, it's almost like you have your favorite mat or your favorite rug that you like to sit on. And it's like your favorite color. It's almost like you have a salt lamp. It's something that I see kind of like that. So if that resonates with you, then that is probably your thing. You stand in the light of truth. So whomever that is, it's like you sit and there's a door to the left of you. So there's a door to the left of you. There is almost, it's not like an altar, but you have a bunch of like crystals sitting just like kind of like this. It's like you have these purple pants that are your favorite color. All right, distant thunder, clear the air. So right now it's time for all of us to, like I said, clear the air. What thunderstorms do for us is to clear your air, because rain and thunder actually comes to clear out any energy that no longer serves your life. Whenever you see this, any kind of thunderstorm coming or any kind of rain, rain will clear the air of dust and debris. And this just means that there is something coming in your life that is actually going to, it's almost like it's a tower moment, but not necessarily in the way that you think. This moment is just coming to help show you who's supposed to be in your life and who's not. And that is really what this is for. All of this is really so that you can really succeed and move forward in the journey. Joy and delight, finally, open your heart to joy because you deserve it. You're going to have so much joy. For some of us here, it's been a lot going on, and it doesn't have to necessarily be negative. It's just this is a reading for the collective. So if it does not apply to you, just know that it does apply to someone on here. And so we ask that we just all just energetically send whomever that was for great vibes as they go along their journey. All right. Thank you guys so much. I wish you all the best on your journey today and this week. And hopefully, if you have not subscribed, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. And all right. Have a blessed one, guys.